We here on Keeping It A Buck50, episode 17. We got vibing with BG in the building.
Hey, it's your girl BG.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I feel great.
All right.
I feel great.
How this year been for you so far?
This year, um, this year actually been interesting. It started off interesting, but it's going good. Like I feel like this is gonna be a good year for me and a lot of people.
That's what's up. So I see that you got a podcast yourself. So it's like now it's your time to get interviewed to let the masses get to see. You normally doing all the questions. We want to help the masses get to know you. So tell us about yourself. Like what side of town you from, where you grew up at, shit like that. How many siblings?
Okay. All right. So first off, this your girl BG, vibing with BG. That's my podcast. Y'all can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, where I have the link to the YouTube page or whatever. But anyway, so I grew up in Rochester. My mom moved us here when I was like 5 or 6, from Jersey. But I was originally born in Alabama, but I was raised in Jersey and grew up in Rochester. I've been in Rochester all my life, so I've been here on the west side, of course. So yeah.
How it feel being from the west side? People be thinking that's a different world compared to the east side.
Yo, cause you know what? I just thought about this the other day, cause I was mad hungry and I was like, damn, I want an S meal. And I'm like, I remember for a long time, East Siders didn't even know what an S meal was. You know what an S meal is?
I just found out what the S meal was, probably like 2015.
Some real West Side stuff.
Fired up.
Hmm.
I ain't no east side shit though.
It's
I
definitely
ain't never
not.
hear that on the east side though.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know why I'm eating this candy trying to do this interview. I should not have done that. But okay. I do like that sour one. You got another one?
I think I'm body the rest of them. This just fire.
But no, growing up on the west side, it was cool because I literally only went to 2 schools in Rochester. I went to 44 school when we moved to Rochester. I've been in 44 school from like kindergarten through 6th grade. And then I went straight to Wilson. Right after 6th grade. So it's like I've always been around like the same group of people, kind of, you know. But I just know a lot of people though. But it's cool.
How was like 44 school for you? How was elementary for you?
It was fun because I mean, you know, like I know a lot of people from Chili. A lot of people from Chili went to 44 or whatever, and it's like we all walk to school. You know, we as young kids walking to school, walking to and from the school. So it was cool. Like everybody, we still communicate. It's like family, you know. At some point, from kindergarten to 6th grade, we grown now. So it's like it's funny.
That shit
Funny
like
seeing everybody grown, like we grown.
yeah, like
Crazy.
shit, man. Years ago, like,
Yes.
do you remember like your passion in elementary, like things that you liked it to do?
Yeah. It's funny because I always wanted to be a rapper. When G Unit came out, well, before G Unit even came out, I was already like rapping. I know how to rap. But I was like, damn, I just swore I was gonna be the first lady at G Unit in the 6th grade, talking about like I'm in the 6th grade talking about something be the first lady at G Unit. If I was older, I really could have done because I really fire got no bars.
Where you who taught you how to rap?
Myself just playing around, trying to drill. Well, cause I don't know how to argue or drill. So like we was having a roasting session, and the stuff that I was saying was kind of like rhyming. Then that's when I started writing stuff down or whatever. So my little cat in the hat bars turned into real bars.
Nah, that's fire though. You remember like your first rap?
I do. I probably remember like 2 lines. I was cooking my brother because he tried to drill.
You want to spit 2 rhymes, or you shy right now, or you? Cause that's
No, that one, no, because, and you probably did this too as a boy, because y'all be trying to, like, when you was a little kid, did you ever try to cut your hair? Like, got in some clippers and tried to cut your hair? You did that?
I let somebody do the shit though.
And they messed you up?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, my brother, he had tried to edge himself up. I don't know what he was trying to do, but he gave himself a ball spot in the back of his head. So I was probably like in the fourth grade talking about some, dang, what was it? Because I really do remember on top of my head, though, a little bit. I said some dumb job, and I repped it to my mom. I'm like, he think he hot, but he not with his ball spot. Mom, please tell your son that he need to stop.
Your mom
After
was
that,
jacking
I swear
it.
I thought I had my mom be supporting everything I do. So. But yeah, nah, like, I was young.
Ever drop any tracks though? Like,
I had a lot of songs on MySpace. Mad people used to put my songs on their MySpace page. That's funny. MySpace.
that's legendary. They was jacking
It was,
you.
for
That's
real.
real
I
support.
really could have been a rapper though, but I don't want to be no rapper.
What
I got bars
discouraged you?
though. Huh?
What discouraged you with your rap
From
career?
Jersey. Because like especially like now that I'm older, well, as I was growing up and
I was raised
listening to like other rappers like Sex Cells, like back then nobody wanted to hear about like no gangster stuff. Like I was dead as like a King Von, a young King Von, just rapping about stuff that I saw or just making up stories and stuff like that. So nobody want to hear that. Like these days, sex sells. So it's like I know how to rap. I could write music, all of that. But that's not even really my passion for real. Like I been knew I was gonna have my clothing line. I never even knew I was gonna do this podcast thing. Instagram, my Instagram followers, the ones that told me about doing a podcast. So it's like stuff just as you get older, like you explore more stuff and you just be getting into stuff when you get older. So it just be like whatever happens just happens. But why, you want me to write some bars for you? You want to be a rapper?
Nah, I was just
Jay
wonder.
Savvy.
You ain't never like was a fan of Lil Kim or nothing?
Of course. That's my favorite. That's my, like, I grew up listening to Lil Kim, like female rappers. Like, Lil Kim was my favorite rapper, of course.
I got bars and shit myself. I had a fake
ahead,
rap
speak
career.
Let me hear
I gotta
something.
be
Oh, you
hype.
shy?
Yeah, I'll be shy. Can't show the masses I got bars and shit.
Okay.
But like going into Wilson and shit, cause I want help the masses get to know you. So like, how was going into Wilson for you? What was your mindset? You could say going in 7th grade. You know how most people be scared, like the transition.
Well, I'm not like, I guess it all depends on like a person personality. Like I'm not no shy person. So it's like, then on top of that, like my stepbrothers and stepsisters was already inside Wilson. So, and they was mad popular. So I'm already going in knowing like the older people. They like, oh, that's Dub's sister and all of that. So it was cool.
Oh yeah, they was embracing you. That's how
Right,
it be when
yeah.
you got like people that's already got they
Like
foot down.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I always just got showed love. Like I know from like the older group in Wilson, it was because of who my stepbrothers and stepsister was. But like once they graduate, you just like make a name for yourself. A couple scuffles, gotta let people know who you is, and it just be like that sometimes.
That's how you had to pave your way with knuckle sandwiches and shit.
But let me not be too cocky and say that because it's just like I'm mad cool for real. But like, sometimes you really do gotta put your hand on somebody and just let them know. Cause I feel like I'm trying to think. I got into like a brawl. It turned into like a little riot when I started fighting in Wilson. And I don't even remember how it all even happened, but after that, it was just like, I mean, she ain't to be messed with, or like she ain't no punk or nothing like that. But I was still getting into fights, just because I'm just not with nothing. Like I'm not. With
What you
nothing.
could say your record was in Wilson?
In Wilson?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't lose to nobody in Wilson, and to nobody in Wilson. Like for real. You could put a poll on Facebook and X, like nobody in Wilson for real.
It was wild.
Yeah, but I didn't really I never really like low key. I really never wanted to like fight, but it was like I never was scared of nobody. So
They wanted the belt. When you shining, somebody gonna want the belt.
You know what it is? Like say if you get into a fight with somebody and you beat them up, and then now they cousin want to fight, or they be like, oh, I'm gonna go get this person. You go get such and such get beat up. Like that's how a lot of my fights was. It was like it'll start from one person, then they'll go get another person, and then it just be like, I don't want to fight no more. I'm tired. Like, come on, I can't do
That's
this.
pain.
Like, but I'm not gonna say I'm undefeated. Like besides Wilson, like I probably lost like 2 fights. Yeah. But yeah, like I never really wanted to be no fighter. Like I'm mad cool. Like I don't really like drama, and that's another thing too. Like I do not like drama. So my fastest way, because I don't know how to argue. So it's like I'm not about to be arguing and sounding dumb. Now I gotta fight because I'm not about to be looking crazy. So what's up? Like why we talking anyways? But yeah, that's the old me. Like that.
That's the past.
She buried under the
Yeah,
rug.
like what age? When did you come to that point where you like I'm too pretty to be fighting, or like, or to even be engaged in these bitches? Because you know a lot of time it be the rough bitches that really want to go there.
Yes, it do. It do. Oh my God, that's just like when you driving, like you'll see a busted car. It always the busted cars that want to do the most in traffic.
That's
right.
me. That's
like,
me. The
oh,
busted
that's
car.
Sadie.
I be wilding in the bucket.
G-Saddy. Oh my God, we gonna pray for the G-Saddy because it's been through.
Nah, no, but nah, I know it really be like cars wilding, paper plates and shit. They just snapping.
But no, like I said, like I don't want to like be sitting up here and just acting like I'm embracing that, because it's like, well, I was young though, so I'm glad
It's
that
a part of
I've
your
been
story.
through it, right? And then now it's like I'm so grown, like there's no, well, I don't have beef with nobody. I'm grown as hell right now, like having beef, having drama, like for what? Like when you think about it, all of this beef and stuff out here, what is really about? Nothing. It all boils down to absolutely nothing. And you know what I saw? I saw a meme, or somebody on Twitter said it, and it went kind of viral, where it was like, it's crazy how all of these blocks and people, they beef with each other and end up in the same cemetery. Two hoods beefing, but now y'all in the same spot.
Different
It's crazy.
weeks.
Like your tombstone 3 feet away from who you was beefing with. That's crazy.
The ego, though, a lot of people don't be
Yeah,
trying. Like, it take a real human to sit back and realize, like, that shit not about nothing. Because when you into shit like that, you get an adrenaline rush like that. Like,
Right, yeah.
about when you was whooping bitches and shit, you probably was hyped because it was like adrenaline.
No, I really was tired. Like, yeah, I really was tired. Like, shout out to my guy Sav, because Sav was the only one from Flint that never wanted to see me fight. Like, and it's crazy because, like, I'll be fighting, I'll feel somebody come grabbing me, I look up, I already know it's Sav. Like, man, Ab, stop doing this. But, everybody else, like, want to see something. So it's like, that's another thing with drama, too. It's like, people just want to see something. Nobody really care about, well, back then. Well, I mean, even now, because I be seeing people wilding, and it's like, yo, get your mans or get your friend. Like, you
I feel
letting your
like back
friend
then,
wilding
I
out.
feel like back then there was more, like you say, like back then, 07, 08, I was hyped to see bitches fight. I won't even lie. You like, hold on,
Yeah.
they about to get it on, but like
You
now,
want to see some titties, you
feel me?
think?
But like now you grown and it's
Right,
like motherfuckers
no.
still fighting, recording that shit, all that.
Yeah,
And it's
no.
like, what is y'all fighting about?
Right.
This shit not no.
Right, yeah.
Like motherfuckers grown.
Yeah,
and you
ain't
need
no way.
somebody in your corner. That's why I shout out to Sav, because that's a real nigga.
Right,
Most
no,
niggas want to
facts,
see
facts.
bitches fight. It take a real man. Like, come on,
Man, come
that ain't
on.
nothing.
Right, so.
Yeah.
But that is, yeah. I mean, like, honestly, like where I'm at in my life and where I'm headed, I mean, like you said, like we live, we learn, like, like we learn from stuff and we just elevate and grow. So it's like I can't talk about how I used to be wilding out, but I could inspire somebody, like, look how I am now. Like you really cannot pay me to fight. Like, for
Drop
real,
some
it just,
jewels on the young queens
no,
down
for
here that
real,
be fighting.
because it's just like, for one, it's so much to life, and I feel like people aren't really like enjoying life. Like people have those insecurities or really miserable. They just need to stay in the house or whatever, because it's just too much negative energy already out here. Like it's a lot of money out here. It's a lot of traveling, different cities. Like it's so much stuff to do. Like when you really start doing stuff with your life, you gonna realize like, what is this? Why am I on the internet constantly arguing? Or I don't know. I can't even really speak to in depth on it because I'm past that. I can't. It's a no for me.
No, that's fine.
It's a no for me. Like nah.
Did you graduate?
Yeah, I graduated in 2010.
So you graduated, like, what, you wanted to go to college, or you was one of the people that just wanted to graduate?
No. So let me keep it a buck because we on Buck50.
Yeah.
And I think I mentioned this on my podcast too. Like I wanted to go to college for the experience. I had no interest in like. For one, when I went to college, I really didn't even know what I wanted to do for real. I just want to live on campus, party, and just live that college life. And it was lit. I had fun. I enjoyed the experience, and that's just that. But I ended up going to college for digital cinema. Like, so learning how to edit and stuff like that. And I wish, like, now, like I said, the podcast was never part of my plan. But had I finished college and learned those skills, like I could have been editing your videos. I could have been editing
that's
mine
crazy that you.
But I learned a little bit, so like I know I feel like I learned enough for the time that I was there. So like you don't even really need that degree for real. Like I mean, well, no, let me not say that because you need to learn some stuff. But it's like it's so easy these days. Go on YouTube. You go on YouTube. You got TikTok. You can learn mad stuff on the internet now. Forget college. Like, if I feel like if you're not trying to be no lawyer or no working in corporate or something like that, like it's so much that you can learn from the internet. The internet is the teacher these days, for real.
Most people be focused on the negative shit though, but it's mad shit
true.
On the internet.
Yes. Though. People have to, and that's how like people got to utilize their time. A lot of people be on Facebook all day just scrolling, looking at drama. It's so much resources and just it's so much more than just you getting carpal tunnel scrolling down Facebook, looking at drama. Like my minimization to listen. I barely be on Facebook. I hate Facebook because it's just negative. When you go on Facebook, what do you see?
Facebook be funny to me. It be mad.
See, to you, I hate stuff like that. Like, I hate it, and I gotta realize, like, I'm accepting certain people. Like, I really gotta look through people's pages now. Like, let me see what they on. Like, you know how many people I deleted? Like, I can't. I cannot. But
you one of them positive users, like
I am. I am, because I am trying to be a positive person. Like. I really am a positive person for real though. But yeah, you funny.
Some people really be Facebook. Everybody hate Facebook.
Yeah, cause it's just like I like Instagram. Less talking. You don't see all of them status and stuff. Post a picture, that's it. All of that rating stats and stuff like. If people be killing me on there, I hate it. I hate it. So
How long
much.
you had your Facebook?
Well, you know, like when Facebook first came out, when everybody had it, I had it then. Like I had one with my real name and stuff, and I deleted that, and I haven't had Facebook for like 3 years, and then that's when I ended up launching my clothing line, and I was like, dang, I do gotta kind of jump back on Facebook to promote it. So in like 2019, I made a Facebook, and oh God, I had it since. For the podcast, well, I have one now for the podcast. I have a podcast page, and then I have one for the clothing line. But I'm literally only on there for those two reasons. Like,
yeah, I feel like that's what Facebook about. Like, it's for like you got the negative people.
mm-hmm.
That's
then you got the people that's getting some money.
Then you got the people that's really getting money, businesses, and you say you got two businesses, so it's like. You gotta just block all the negative shit out.
No, for real.
But like you be liking that shit. You can't act like you be laughing at that shit.
No, So for the podcast to have like certain topics, but then again, there's certain stuff that I don't even want to hear about, like fighting videos and like I really don't want to see that type of stuff, like, because like I said, at the end of the day, for what, like it really looks so stupid. That junk don't look stupid to you.
No, I do.
Like just seeing like, and then it be the same people in drama. It's like, bro, come on. Come on, like this is it. I don't know. It's just not entertaining for me. It might be entertainment for you,
Nah,
not for me.
what I like, cause you know your page based off like your mental. Like I see the negative shit, but the random shit that gonna pop up in my news feed, it be the type of shit that I be in my mental. Like,
Yeah.
what type of random shit pop up in your news feed?
What you talking about? Like them ads and stuff?
Yeah, like I'm by.
Let me see. But I told you, like, literally, I be on Facebook for like 2 minutes at a time. So I don't know. Facebook
Yeah,
can't
like
really.
see, like in my reels, it got some sports shit, got some animal shit.
Oh, that's where you going.
It's just like
Look, my thing say tropical smoothie. AT&T. Like I don't know.
You gotta keep going. It's going like the random video or some shit. The first random video. Like it got on my shit. It got Megan Thee Stallion throwing the
All I see
Facebook.
is people you may know. I don't know. I told you I really don't be on here for real like that. I be on here like 2 seconds.
Yeah, my well, basically
know.
what I'm just saying, like my news feed based off like how I am. I see a lot of sense of humor.
Mhm.
Even me personally, I unfollow all the drama bitches. That shit is
You
old.
do? I don't believe that.
For real, like a bitch that is constantly into shit, like a bitch that's constantly talking shit about her baby dad or constantly talking about other bitches.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna unfriend you because that shit look sassy as a man. But
No,
nobody
you
had
think
never.
it looks sassy as a man? You a man, like you don't want to see that. You want to see some black queens.
But just still, like even unfriending probably not sassy, but blocking
It's
a
not.
bitch. Well, not really.
Not for a man. So you think for a man to block a girl is sassy? I don't think so.
Cause I don't know.
Cause you know how a man blocking a woman, nah, that's crazy. Like that means like you just super irritated. Like
Yeah, like
I
you
don't
that
think
bothered,
sassy.
and it's like
Nah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
look at it. I don't look at it in the way that you thinking of
Yeah.
it. It's like I'm trying not to curse. I've been working on that. It's like you like get out of here. Like I don't even need to see you. Like you really standing on your stuff.
Nah, that shit funny because mad people be blocking unfriending me, so that shit be funny. So it's like I just laugh like, yo, what the fuck I really did? I must really have.
Cause you know
mad.
you be tripping sometimes. You be tripping sometimes.
But it's like I can't just cause I don't really care, but it be annoying. That's why I just hit the unfollow button.
Yeah. No, I actually went. This was like before the new year, like probably like September or something. Cause I realized I only have like I think I got less than 1,000 friends on there, but I don't even want like I'm trying to get back to 100 friends on Facebook. Like I don't.
You said 100?
Yeah, like I don't want to see like I don't know.
100 though.
I just
Your
don't like
news feed
Facebook.
gonna be like that just quick.
Well, yeah, the people who I want to see. That's all I need to see. I want to see who I want to see. I don't want to see all of that extra dumb. I don't know. The older I'm getting, the more it's just like,
Irritated.
yes, like.
You know it's crazy though. They say old people really be bad with young
Who
people
said
though.
old
feel me?
people?
I'm just saying because they be trying to play me like I'm old. We older
How
now.
old are you?
I'm 29.
You only 29?
Yeah, so it's like, but they be
When you gonna
dogging
be
me
30?
next year,
When was your birthday?
January. So you know when your birthday in January, you get a whole full year, like a whole 12
What?
months. Yeah, I was born.
Wow. I'm about to be 32.
But it's like they be dogging me like, you about to be 30 trying to be a Facebook comedian and shit. Just be like,
Nah, and
this
see,
shit
don't
be
even
funny.
cause I mean, like, especially with what you're doing your podcast and stuff now. I mean, it's certain stuff that you have to see. I feel like to have like certain topics and like just for a comedian, like even a comedian would dog his family just for his content.
Yeah.
And then like and it's not even like deep for real. It just like it's his job. So like even with the drama, that's some stuff that me and you could have talked about on how like I don't want to be, or we could just talk about like, dang, why these girls out here, why these guys out here doing it, so like it's good to. I mean, I guess it's good. Well, it ain't even really good to see because we know what's going on out in the world. So we don't even necessarily have to have it on our timeline to talk about something. So, yeah, I
So
don't
how
know.
you go about getting content? Like I see that you have a podcast. So how you even go about talking to people?
Well, for one, it depends on like my guests. So like certain guests, it's like I don't know. I just go off by like knowing a person, like or just knowing their personality. So like the few rap artists that I had on there, it's like I know they artists, so I want to have a topic on like music or starting from the bottom or getting it out the mud or like something in that context or whatever. Or just want to have fun. Like I had the topic big dicks versus little dicks. Like women, we talk about this stuff all the time. So just like me being a woman, it's just like natural conversations that us women have. And like my podcast is just like it's vibing with BG. So we gonna talk about anything. Like it's not necessarily like, oh, I wanna touch on this, that. It's like whatever I'm feeling that Saturday, I'm gonna bring to Sunday. So it's just like that.
So basically, you feel like you a vibe.
I am a vibe. Dude, that's what they tell me. So I'm just going off what the people say.
So like,
thank y'all.
so you like, who helped you stamp the name though?
Well, I'm mad creative though. Like I said, my Instagram followers was telling me like, yo, you need to do a podcast because in my, in the Instagram story, I be like, I'll put up like a question thing or a poll, and I'll ask the question, and mad people will just answer it. And a few people was like, yo, you should start doing this on a podcast, like having these topics. And I didn't even know what a podcast was for real until I started like YouTubing again. Then I came across Angela Yee. I love lip service. You seen hers?
I be seeing like clips of it. She always talking horny, right?
Yeah, she crazy. But and see, she talk about stuff that I be wanting to talk about too. And then so it's like even when you tap into like, I started watching mad podcasts and seeing how everybody was doing their stuff. And when you look at all of these podcasts, you see everybody have their own unique versions and styles. But everybody kind of have like the same topics, but it's like it's a way that you could talk about it where it's like every conversation is not going to be the same. But it's like I could admit that I studied like certain podcasts and learn, like, because like I said, I didn't know how to go about a podcast, so I had to watch podcasts to know what to do. So my first one I had Bill's on. Shout out to Bill, that's my guy. And we played the game. So that first podcast was Never Have I Ever. So that was the topic. And it was just like a whole topic of never have I ever this or never have I ever that. And then just going off conversations off stuff like that. So I mean, it just happens naturally. Like sometimes I'll map out and be like, oh, next week I want to talk about this. And whatever I decide that I want to talk about, I think of like a guest. Like when I had you on Swift on there, I had y'all on there for cheating. And it's so funny that I just decided to have both of y'all on there. Cause like Swift, he mega outspoken. And then, I know that you had like your podcast ideas and stuff too. So I kind of want to bring you into like get you in that setting, and then just have, and you always on Facebook having these. So you kind of doing the same thing I was doing, but on Facebook, and I was doing on Instagram. Like, you'll have like these topics, or you'll go live. So it's just like, oh, I know these two would be mad funny on a subject of cheating. Let me bring them on here. So
I really appreciate you for bringing me on
yeah.
your podcast, because like that really hyped me up. When I heard how I was sounding, I'm like,
No,
yeah, I
y'all,
could do
that
this shit.
podcast episode is like, that's one of my top 5, because y'all, we was cutting up on that episode. Y'all crazy.
That definitely was on some shit like.
Yes,
to
no,
do
and you
this.
got to come back on Minds again, and we'll have a topic, and probably bring Lacey back on. But no, that
So
was
how? Where did you get the idea from? Doing the games and shit at? Like, what podcast did you study and learn out from?
Well, it wasn't really no podcast that I got that from. It was just something that I kind of wanted to incorporate to just make it fun. Like, I'm trying to wing myself on not drinking no more, but way before the Carisha, the shot o'clock thing, I'm like, we all could take shots or do this or that. Like, I was just thinking more of oh yeah, I like Carisha. I meant to, well, Carisha episode actually dropped around the same time as my first one, and I really started watching hers to see like how she was doing her stuff too or whatever. So I do like the whole Carisha please shots and all that stuff. So that was cute. But like, just watching everybody else's and kind of just like finding your own way, your own style, like how you look at your setup. Like, this is really like some low key man cave type stuff, like this is your element. So I guess you just go off by you, like you said, it's all about your personality and stuff. So
Everybody definitely got it's about finding your own niche, like you said. Like, you got your energy, your vibe, and I just feel like, I know I be talking to people, and I know I could say some shit.
but mad people, like, you could say something so crazy, you gonna get mad likes. You could go live you could be on live for 5 seconds, you gonna have mad viewers. So just off that, like, people gravitate towards you, like people interested in knowing what you want to say. That's why I was telling you, like, yo, like, the podcast thing is your lane. This is your lane, like 100%.
That definitely be keeping me going. Like, the messages and shit I know that shit be for you too. Like,
Yeah,
the
all
messages
time,
be like,
yeah.
damn, people really watching me and shit.
Right.
And it's like,
It do make you feel good, don't it?
because like, motherfuckers jumped in that water.
Yeah.
It's somebody right now saying they want to do a podcast that's going to wait. Because I was supposed to do my shit a couple years ago. Because like you say, and I feel like everybody will be able to stand out in life if they be they self. It's like everybody trying to be the same. So it's going to be hard for you to stand out if you try and be like the other 10 people.
Yeah.
So it's like, my beliefs, I be ready to die about this shit I believe in, though, for real. So it's like, and it helped me stand out. It be bittersweet, though, because a lot of people don't know when I'm serious. Because, like, I can say some shit that'll be funny as a bitch.
Right.
So, do you have like a amount of certain episodes you want to do this year with your podcast?
Not really, because like I was telling you off camera, like, I honestly don't have no goals with my podcast, and that just me being honest. Like I said, it was Instagram that told me about doing a podcast, and like from my first episode, it was like, okay, yeah, this is cool. Like, you know how, like, I don't know, like, so I go to the gym because it's therapeutic. My podcast for me on Sundays is therapeutic. So, it's just like something that I do for me. It's not about like, oh, I want to get 1 million viewers or 1 million followers. Like, of course, if that happens, it's lit. But it's just like, that's not a goal. It's just, I'm having fun with it. And I feel like when you doing something and having fun with it, it's easier to just like chill and really do it versus, oh, I'm trying to get 10K followers of this. Now it's pressure, and now you're not going to be as comfortable as doing something that you really like because now you feel pressure. So just have fun with it. And that's just what I'm doing. I'm having fun with it.
That's how you strike gold, though, just having fun with it. Because you
never know what might happen. But I have no expectations. It just it's fun. I like doing it, and that's just it.
How many episodes you got out?
21, 21. Yeah, but I do mine every Sunday.
So you like did you drop like 21 videos consistently?
Well, so mine's is straight live. So soon
Oh,
as I go in, it's automatically live on. Well, I could choose to have it live on Facebook and YouTube, but I pick and choose when I want to have it live on Facebook. But it's always live on YouTube. Every time I come on, Vibing with BG is live.
how do the live on YouTube work?
So you just set, well, it's a program and you just go in and you just press the button and you just live. And I like it like that because it's like, I don't want to have no playbacks. Like this is just for me. Like I be seeing people podcasts and yeah, them edits and how it like come up on a person's face when just them talking or stuff like that. That's cool. That's fire. I love it. Like if I had the energy to want to, actually do all of that stuff, I would do it. But what I tried to do to separate myself from podcasts was leaving mine straight live. So if somebody says something, it's like, "Ooh, you said that." You cannot take that back because you said it. Now you gotta stand on what you said. So that's kind of how. I mean, that's kind of why I do mine live because it's just like, listen, if you said it, you said it. So it is what it is. So
Nah, that's real shit.
yeah.
Cause some people definitely like if you ain't live, some people definitely
Yeah,
want
they be
parts
thinking.
dissected.
Yeah, and then and like I said, I feel like once stuff is pre-recorded, it's like I don't ever want nothing to feel like rehearsed. Like oh look like oh action, oh got like no, it's just like no, we chilling and it's a vibe. We vibing with BG, we chilling. You vibing with BG right now, yeah.
Out here double working.
Yes.
So like you say you just having fun with this shit. So it's like people be like anybody could get on your podcast?
Yeah, anybody. Man, oh my gosh. And so I have a procedure that I'm doing tomorrow with my face. I'm doing a chemical peel. And so I'm gonna be out of commission for like I don't know how long my face is gonna peel for. But so now that's gonna kinda like push me back. But I have so many people in my inbox that I'm like, okay, yeah, once I find a date, we're gonna set it. So like I literally got stuff set up till like end of the summer for real. Probably fall. Like that's how many people it's like it low key get overwhelming because it's like
Yeah, I was just about to ask
people
you that.
know because like people be on it like they really want to be on the show. It's like don't forget about me or you found a date yet, and it's like I really be having to tell people like I didn't forget about you. I got like because I'm about to relaunch my clothing line. I got like mad stuff going on, so it's just like it's just me handling all of my businesses. So it's like I told you the podcast is like really not my priority. It's like this clothing line is my baby, like my number one priority. Don't get me wrong, I love my podcast, but it's just like I got other stuff that I'm doing right now. But I definitely plan on dropping. It's okay. It's two people who I definitely have to get on the podcast soon. So I will be doing 2 episodes later on this month. Well, hopefully, I just told you I'm getting a procedure done, so it's like hopefully all of that stuff goes well. But it's like I feel like, and then I feel like everything kind of go hand in hand. So remember how you were saying how you wanted to do your podcast years ago. I feel like timing really is everything. Like with my clothing line, I have a whole clothing line, and then I'll have a podcast. Once I get that done, now I could have my merchandise on my stand, and while I'm live on, like anybody could be watching the podcast and be like, oh, I didn't even know she had a clothing line, or my guest could be pulling up and it's like, hey, yo, they might want to cop some merch. So it's just like everything kind of just gonna go hand in hand. So it's like I don't want to overwhelm myself or stress myself out because it's like I feel like the podcast is gonna be there. Like thank God I have the people that's interested and want to come on and to have stuff lined up. So it's just like, let me get some of this done first, and then because like I lost sight of the clothing line because I was having so much fun with that podcast.
So it's like the
So it's like you
podcast.
gotta have a balance. You really gotta have a balance for real.
That's true. So like with the podcast, your little dog, the clothing line, your baby.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's talk about your clothing line.
Yes,
Like how
yes.
many years old is your clothing line?
Fear Rose. So, oh
When
my
her
God.
birthday.
Um, you know it's crazy because I'm not about to sit up here and say. Cause once it was go time, it was go time.
Oh, so
Like,
you don't remember her birthday?
I don't even remember. But so my new so like I have an official drop that's about to happen where it's like now I'm about to have my website. It ain't gonna be no more me pulling up, popping the trunk, people, buying stuff like that. So I feel like my official launch date, that would be like the official birth of Fair Rose, because everything would be official, like all of the legit business wise. Like it's so much behind the scenes of a clothing line. Like, like you really gotta have a lot of legal stuff in your business handled for real on the back burner. So it's like once I launch that website, that's the birth of Fair Rose. That's gonna be the date. So
No, that's fire.
I'm gonna need you to have some on while you on this podcast.
Now I got you. That's what I'm trying to get to start supporting all the local brands. Though.
Yeah, shout out, and it's a lot. I like a lot of brands out here. So,
What made you want to get into clothing line?
well, I think I told you earlier. No, I didn't. When I was younger, I always wanted my own clothing line. Like I told you, I just swore I was gonna be this big old rapper when I was little. And I was like, oh, once I make my first $1 million, when you little, $1 million, it's like, oh, I'm never going to be broke. So when I was in like second and third grade, I just swore that I was going to get $1 million. And once I get my millions, I was just going to have my big old clothing line and Beverly Hills and all of this stuff. So that always been like a dream of mine.
What's some of your what piece sold the most that you had?
All of them, honestly, and the varsity jackets was really popular too, which I kind of was surprised though. I really was surprised at how popular like orders was coming in for these, because these are made from scratch. Like this ain't no Alibaba throwing prints and stuff on. Like these take 2 to 3 weeks because everything is handmade from scratch. So I was thinking like, dang, people probably not gonna want to wait for that. They want their stuff instantly. So like every time somebody asks me about a jacket, I have to explain like it's gonna take 2 to 3 weeks for the production and then like another week to ship out. That's almost like a month. So I'm like, dang, people probably not gonna be feeling this for real. But I've sold so many of these jackets. It's like, okay, yeah, people got patience.
When you popping out in the scene and you see people with your merch on, how that feel?
That's a fire feeling. Because it's like, dang, like even when I go to Jersey, I have people in Jersey that have my stuff on. In the city, people have my stuff on. My friends in Atlanta send me pictures with my stuff on. It's just like, that's fire. I just love it. And that's motivation. It's motivation because it's like, dang, I could have the whole world really wearing Fair Rose. Like, I really know for sure my junk going to be up there with Gucci and Prada and all of that. So, yeah.
What's the meaning of Fair Rose?
So fair, the word fair actually means beautiful. And then rose, like regular rose. But when I was young, so I originally wanted my clothing line to be Rose, because I love the Rose grew from concrete thing with Tupac. Like Tupac, that was my favorite. So I'm like, oh, I want to have a fire clothing line called Rose, with a little rose with like the concrete cracking. This when I was younger. But then when I got older, I'm like, okay, Rose sound too basic. So I just put Fair Rose with it together. So it just mean like it's beautiful rose. So,
Oh, so where did you learn the word fear?
Researching, I literally typed in unique names. I went to Google and typed in unique names, and it gave me a list from A to Z. And I went through all of them saying Rose. Like I think the first one said Abigail. So I'm like, Abigail Rose, Amelia Rose. I seen Fear Rose. I dead stopped that fear. Cause like you know how when you see more than one thing that you like, it's hard to pick. I said Fear Rose like a million times. I swear to God, I was in my bed. I'm like, Fear Rose, Fear Rose. I'm like, that really sound like it could be on Rhode Island, Gucci, Dior, Fear Rose, Chanel. You know what I'm saying? So it
Jay
was like
Blender.
Fear Rose. I said, oh, this girl got $1 billion mind. And that's just that. Don't that sound just Fear Rose?
Nah, that sound like a nice name. I thought that was
Like $1 million. $1 billion.
So,
Yeah.
do you have a team that you work with?
No. And I made a Facebook status because you know how many people told me, like, yo, if you had a team, I would have been a millionaire. I swear to goodness, I feel like that. Like, if I had people invested in me and other team, we would have been rich a long time ago. But it's cool because me grinding hard, working hard, I'm not in the buying, Nate. I'm not doing none of that. Like, I'm working hard and just grinding. So, like, when I do see them M's, you know how good that's going to feel? I did this. It's me. VG.
Who
I
the
did
first
this.
person you gonna break off when you get your
My mom. My
after
mom.
your mom?
After my mom, my sister, my nieces. I already got it planned in my head because I know it's going to happen for real. So I already know, like, I have notes in my phone from 2016 of all of this stuff. And some of that stuff is already getting checked off my list. So you just ain't nothing to it but to do it. Like, it's going to happen. Trust me.
So, do you want to have kids before the M or after the M?
I would really love to have it. I don't know. God plans. I would love to have it after, but I don't know. I want kids so bad. It's crazy.
You having baby fever?
I do. I've been having baby fever forever.
What's going on? What's stopping you?
I don't know. My husband. I ain't trying to be nobody baby mama. Ugh. No. You
So,
trying to be somebody baby dad? Yeah.
I don't think I want kids. I don't know.
Kids?
I do, but I don't.
Why?
That's mad energy. It's not.
You have mad energy,
I do, but I
but
don't.
not for kids.
It's like, I don't know. It's different, man. But, because most people have
I can
kids.
see you with kids.
You
though.
don't know the
I can't
funny
see you
thing.
with no girl, though. Ooh, Lord. I can see you with some boys, but
I
not
would
a girl.
probably really want a daughter, though.
Really? It might change you a little?
Like, the type of person
Oh,
that
God.
act like on the internet,
Yo.
I'll be dogging. But I really got, like, mad respect for women. Because I got 8 sisters. Feel me?
Look at
So
you.
if I ain't
you
have-
can't even say it
If
for
I
real.
ain't
like,
have
with a
8
real
sisters, if I ain't have 8 sisters, I'll probably be disrespectful as a bitch. But it's like,
Why, though? Because
It's-
there's some women that make you want to be disrespectful.
no, I would say how you raised.
Well, let's interview you. How
Nah.
So how was you
Nah,
raised?
nah, nah,
Because
we ain't
we'll
doing
make
that
you
with
wanna
that.
we'll make you wanna disrespect women though.
No, I respect them now. When I was younger,
Now.
I used to disrespect them. I don't know.
Like what you mean disrespect them? What you'll do?
Bitch, suck my dick. Mad ignorant, stupid shit.
Oh my gosh.
Like, most people don't know why I'm so playful and laugh a lot now, because it's like, if you don't die, you learn. That's the
Right.
craziest shit in life. Like, people will call motherfuckers old, but it's like, you must want to die young.
Right.
Because it's like, you going to get to this age.
Right.
And a lot of people don't keep their sanity. So.
They don't. And that's why I said with me being by myself on this team, when I make them M's, I could say and be 100 and say I ain't was giving my body away, sucking up, none of that. No, this is hard work. And this going to be motivation to the young girls and women. Like, you don't have to be out here selling your soul and your body to get to where you want to be. Work hard.
So since you don't sell yourself, what makes you want to fuck and suck a nigga?
That just come with your pleasure. That's just coming what you want to do. When you're attracted to somebody, that's just what you want to do. So that's different. Now that's different.
But like you know how it is, and like I remember one time in a
Yo.
post said like if you're a female rapper, like you ain't gonna make it unless like you sucking or fucking.
And that's whack. That's why I did not want to be no rapper, cause like why? But a lot of girls really don't have bars though, for real. So yo, you stupid. You so stupid. Oh, you gonna have to suck my meat for a beat? What? Suck your meat for a beat? Wow. Nah, cause see, like, and then I don't even wanna. I don't like I said. I'm not with nothing. I don't even want nobody playing with me like that and where I gotta fight. And these days you can't. I never fought no man. Like.
Nah. So what I was about to say. So you want to take a man investing in you? Like
What you mean?
Like say if a nigga was interested in you fucking with you, and he wanted to invest in like 10 bands into.
Yeah, that's different.
Rose.
If we messing with each other for real, yeah. Why not? We gonna get rich together. I'm gonna turn that 10,000 to 10 M's, okay? For real.
Yeah, so what's your like? So when your friends, or say if a nigga you dealing with, his friends inbox you, or one of your friends niggas inbox you, what's your thoughts on that? Like, how do you feel?
So, okay, I'm gonna talk about the women first. I'm gonna get that out of the way. So, like one of my friends niggas inboxing me, I'm telling. I'm telling. And then it's like a lot of girls don't be want to hear that for real. So it's just like I'm telling one time, that's it. But it's like I'm not about to be messing around with none of my friends' mans. Like I'm just not with none of that. Now a guy, like if my guy friend, I'm just telling all the way around, because you know why though? Because and this happened mad times, like in the last few years it's been happening. Like a guy, I'll be talking to a guy, and then next thing you know, his friend, like this just happened a few weeks ago. Me and a guy was talking or whatever, like in the inbox, and next thing you know, a friend that I saw him with, and it's like, yo, are they together? And so now I'm gonna play the game. Yo, man, he just hit my inbox, because I'd rather say it versus him say it, because now it's like, your man's bragging about being in my inbox when he only in my inbox because he know me and you talking for real. Now who gonna look stupid? Him? I'm not about to never look stupid. So I'm keeping it 100 for real. And I'm never gonna lie. I have no reason to lie to these niggas, or I have no reason to lie to like one of my friends. Like I just have no point to lie, because it's never me being thirsty. So it's different. It's different.
So you like, even if, so you say you tell because you just, it's like you don't want to look stupid at the end of the day.
So and then it's like, I don't know, even like how, say if like you did, like say if you was in a situation when you know you ain't even do nothing for real, but you'll have that kind of like guilty conscience. I don't like having no conscience, no type of consciousness on me, and it's just like, it be so much weird stuff going on, and then you don't even be knowing people's intentions for real. So it's like, especially with a guy, when a guy do it, now I feel like you trying to play me for real. So it's like, okay, now you about to be looking dumb to your mans, because this literally happened. Somebody looks so dumb, then they gonna try to spin the block in my DM trying to argue. What you arguing with me for? This literally happened like last year. Like, boy, now you look crazy. It be, guys are crazy.
I forgot what the fuck I was just about to say. But yeah, you don't think like niggas just be clicking, like if a nigga clicking through and see like niggas be hype, niggas be thirsty, like nigga clicking through, see a fat ass, feel me, or some shit, pretty face, and then they just write you. You don't think that be happening, or you just think like motherfuckers really be trying to like go behind motherfuckers back?
No. I do think that be happening, but then again, so like guys talk a lot for real, And so like a guy be like, or a guy like, say if it's so dang, I want to tell a situation without like, but they ain't even from Rochester, so okay, I could tell it. So like, let me tell
No
you something.
names, no names. 'Cause
Yeah,
y'all
never
yeah,
no
no
names,
names.
but they not even from Rochester though. But so this is a situation that happened last year, and you know this is Buck 50, so I'm keeping it a buck. I'm telling y'all my business a little bit. So I've been in this situation a few times where I picked the wrong friend. So, but it was just on some like, say I'm gonna use you, and let's say a person is sitting beside you. So like now, say if I slid in, cause if I like a guy, I'm a slide. Like, what's up? So like, say if I hit you, whatever, like, oh yo, what's good with you, blah blah blah, and now me and you talking, we texting or whatever, but it ain't even really nothing serious. It's just us being cool. But then the friend might be a little bit more fire, and the friend might be like the one who I really feel a vibe with or
Production,
something.
yeah.
So now it's like, damn, I know that's his friend, but we ain't fuck. So or not, and like never met. So this is a real situation. Me and the guy, like, we is texting. He knew that I was gonna be in a city or whatever. But then I saw the friend, but it was like, well, nah. I think I want that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that,
And
though.
me and that friend end up going on a date, kicking it, chilling, and it's just cool. But now that guy, he mad in his feelings and was trying to be corny and stuff. But that's what I said. So when I hit the friend up, I told the friend, I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, like, yeah, me and such was talking about. I was like, but I saw you, and I was like, but I don't know. But I play a lot too, though, low
But
key.
you don't think like that caused tension between them two?
No, cause and with those, like, they knew each other like all their lives and stuff. I guess it depends on how solid, but you know what? It's crazy because it is a sadly stuff like that happens. So I try not to even do that for real. Like I literally only did that one time, but because that friend was more. Like, but then again, like me and that person, we ain't even like on it like that. Like we just mad cool. If I'm in that city, like we'll chill. If like
Nah, you ain't
But-
definitely do nothing wrong. And once
I
you
sure
came,
didn't.
you let the nigga know.
Right away, cause
So it was on timing.
right. So and he even told me, he like, yo, girls don't be doing this for real. Like, listen, I'm not them. Like, I'm just honest. Like, hey, it is what it is. If you ain't feeling it, then all right.
You got any goals for the rest of this year though?
Yes, I do, but I don't want
Yo,
to talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah,
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 y'all
like,
gonna
speaking
see.
of-
Y'all gonna see, cause I got a
Could
lot.
we
I'm excited.
when can we be expecting the Fear Rose drop though?
Summertime.
Hey.
Summertime.
First day of summer.
Summertime. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know, when is the first day of summer. You know?
I think like June 22nd.
Oh, okay. Woo. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Summertime. And it's really lit from here. Because I'm tired of playing. I'm tired of playing, and I'm not gonna lie. When Fear Rose first came out, I made so much money from Fear Rose, and then I had a pop-up shop, made even more money, and I didn't even know to do all that money for real. For real, I started wilding, and now like instead of me, and this is so I want to say this for real. If you really like believe in your business and stuff, you really got to take your stuff serious. And then again, it's like you have to come in this knowing that stuff could get real fast. Like, as much money as I made in that time, I did not even know what to do. Like, before it's like, oh, once I get this much money, I'm going to put it back in and invest in this and that. Sometimes when you get that money in your hand, in your account, you go crazy. And I went crazy, and I fumbled the bag super crazy. So now it's like, my mistake, I'm cleaning up my mistake. So that's the process that I was in now. So now my cleanup is done. It's stuff is about to get relaunched, and I'm glad I made that mistake early, because now it's like, it's lit. I know how much I could make from that. Like, I know how much I put in, and I know how much I, profited. And the profit was crazy. Like, yo.
Experience everything though. So
Yeah.
you know what you worth. You know
Right.
what you going to get.
No, for real. So it's like, and then I have more stuff coming. Like, when I made all of that money, I just had, well, no, I did have a lot of stuff, because I had T-shirts, sweatsuits, hats, I had the perfume, and the jackets. Yeah, I did. But, like, this time I got mad stuff, and then plus my kid collection is coming. And mad people been hitting me since last year, like, yo, like, I want some stuff for my babies. And so now that's another income. And then I have more merchandise coming now, just besides like just clothes. I have mad other stuff that I'm working on too. So it's like I just have mad income that's about to come in. It's just about to be lit. So like I said, I'm glad I made that mistake earlier on with that. I won't say chunk of change, because it was some money. But like now, I'm expecting to, like, yeah, it's lit. That's why I said it's just up from here. And that's why I'm not rushing the process. I'm not doing none of that, because I just know it's about to be a blessing for me. And I'm glad that I did this by myself, because I don't owe nobody nothing. Nothing.
If you could talk to the 25-year-old BG, what would you tell her?
Stay focused. Stay focused and stay consistent. Yeah. Because with this type of stuff, even with the podcast, me and you, we got to be consistent with it. Like, if you feel like this is your lane, because you can make mad money off of this. You know, people making millions of dollars off YouTube. You stay consistent with this, just off of you sitting right there on that couch, you could be a millionaire.
You said it. You said it earlier. Like, motherfuckers really just having fun with this shit.
Right.
And when you having fun with it, once the money start coming, you ain't even gonna care about it. But you gotta do right with it.
Right. Yeah, you do. But, and that's why I said I'm glad I made. And I won't even say a mistake, because it's life. Like, I'm glad I did what I did, because I worked so hard to get Fear Rose where it was from, and from like me not even knowing where to start from. Like, what I did with that, the money I deserve. I was traveling. I was, of course I was paying my bills and stuff like that too. But like everything I did with that money, it just felt so good to just like, dang, like I worked hard for that, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this. So I'm not going to sit up here and say it's like, I wish I didn't ever do it. I wouldn't even change nothing, because like I said, now I just had to work a little harder to get, everything back up and running. So now I know what to do for real when it get lit. So.
No, that's fire. Mm-hmm. This episode 17. Thank you for pulling up on the podcast. Fire episode.
Yes.
Flowing easily.
Yes. You ain't got no pen. That's what I'm talking about. Elevating. I really see this for you. Like, this really your lane. Like, keep going.
I appreciate that. You keep going too, though. We both going up.
Stop. Only way is up. We ain't no bottom people.
Nah, that's a fact.
It's not no bottom people.
Make sure y'all like and subscribe, though.